Hi everybody, this is Anne from the Kula Yoga Collective. Welcome to my home studio. And today we are talking about child's pose. Child's pose is a wonderful grounding pose. It's fabulous for stress relief, for your lower back, for really anything related to stress and anything that has you just anxiety, depression, all of those kinds of things. And it's a deceptively simple resting pose, but it really gets all of its benefits when you sort of intentionally make it active. And so that's what I'm going to show you today. So child's pose starts when we are sort of on our knees, hands and knees, right? And we're intentionally tucking in our tummy, drawing it into our spine, and activating it. So when we talk about activating our tummy, that doesn't mean sucking it in, because that makes it very difficult for us to breathe. So instead, what we're thinking about doing is kind of tightening it up as if we're waiting for somebody to throw a dodgeball at us. I know, maybe not the most most important thing that we want to think of in yoga, but trust me, it's going to help you to sort of activate your entire core. So then what we're going to do is we're going to draw our toes together and then bring some space in between our knees. Then we're going to sit back towards our heels, just as far back as you can reach. And then we're going to bring our hands out in front of us, spread our fingertips nice and wide, and then drop our head between our arms, and then just take a couple of nice deep breaths. So this is our starting pose. Now we're gonna plant our hands on the ground and then just press into them, just pressing those hips back towards our heels. You can also have someone sort of lean on your pelvis right here, right there. Just drop your hips down gently, of course. A couple more breaths. And then releasing that. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, I'm actually going to turn in this direction. It may be a bit easier for you to see. So again, knees apart, our palms spread out nice and wide, head down, and then we're just going to slowly rotate our shoulders and our elbows so that the creases of our elbows point to the ceiling, and that's going to help to open up our shoulders and our upper back. All the while keeping your palms down on the ground. You should feel that stretch right between your shoulder blades. And then we'll relax, just let that come back down. And then our next stretch, we're going to take both hands and walk them over here to our left, stack our right hand on top, and then just bring all of our weight now over to our right hip, pressing deeply with our left hand. You should feel a nice long stretch all the way through the right line of your body. Then we'll walk our hands back up to the top. Anything we do on one side, we'll do on the other. So we'll walk our left hand over on top of our right. Once again, drop our head down, press our hips over to the left. It's a very subtle movement. But boy, does it feel nice. And then we'll walk your hands right back up. And then if you want, you can just bring your hands back by your heels. Just let your shoulders fall. And then we'll gently bring our hands underneath our shoulders, spreading out our fingertips. And then we'll bring our head all the way up. Take a couple of breaths. And that's our child's pose.